All right. So I'm going to demonstrate briefly some of the things you can do in Microsoft Azure. This would be, I'm not going to demo activity 10.5, which is signing up for an Azure account. The instructions are fairly straightforward, and my process involves my credit card. So very understandably, that is not going on the web. Because remember, one of the rules about things that go up online is if it is online forever. Even if you think it's private, even if you think it's been destroyed, probably you should rely on it being somewhere forever. Digital data is infinitely replicable. This is why you might really think seriously about what kind of digital presence you have, how open you're being with the minutia of your personal life, personal struggles, personal relationships, etc., etc. Once it's digital, you have in a sense lost control of it, unless you are very, very much in control of the storage medium. It is not as much yours as you might like to think. Anyway, so we're starting activity 10.6. Now, there are some screenshots in the book about the virtual machine manager and creating private cloud that can support both VMware ESX and Hyper-V, Microsoft Hyper-V servers. We're not going to deal with that right now. What I want to do is give you a walk through the little tour of Azure, and then walk through activity 10.6, which is creating a VM, and creating and connecting to a VM in Microsoft Azure. So let's start with the tour itself. So, and here, if you need that, if you've lost, if you've kind of, if you clicked through it and then you realize I really do need to pay attention to that, what you can do is choose the roadmap. Let's see. Look at this first. Yeah, I haven't spent any money yet. Let me look at the roadmap. Okay, not that. Never mind. Launch the guided tour. This is what I wanted. So let's start the tour. So we've got our menu bar over here. We can create a resource. We've got our home button, our dashboard for resources, services, alerts, tutorials, etc. All possible services. And then within the favorites, we've got resource groups. We've got resource groups, apps, functional apps, databases, VMs, load balancers, virtual networking, Azure Active Directory. This is something we kind of glossed over in the server course, but it is possible to do Active Directory in the cloud, to integrate your local Active Directory with the cloud. And that's kind of something we skipped over. Like I said, we skipped it over in the server course, but it might be more useful, more important going forward. We've got security, we've got our cost management, we've got other things. Next, if I want to search for my resources, I can do that. If I want to use global subscriptions or move between my directories, of course, I've got my notifications, my help support, and me there. So let's look at this. So home is this thing right here. I can create resources, create virtual machines. I can set up Kubernetes services. Let's see what else is there. All my services, different categories. And there's quite a laundry list of them. Images, OS images. It integrates. Now, one of the things that you'll probably find ways to integrate this, some of the web the cloud platforms with each other. Just going off the beam off of Microsoft and Azure for just a minute. vCloud Air doesn't exist anymore. VMware couldn't find a way, apparently, to make vCloud a going concern, a business model that would, or business segment unit that would pay for itself. So they actually paired up with Amazon Web Services instead. So some of the stuff that is in the book that references vCloud Air, that doesn't exist anymore. Instead, we do they paired up with Amazon, with AWS. So general. So I've got my subscriptions. Actually, no, don't want to do that. No. Got my marketplace. I've got my resource groups. See what's in the marketplace. Managed services, various things that, this is a service catalog. This is the sort of thing that you, as an infrastructure, as a tenant administrator for using infrastructure as a service downstream, or even software and platform as a service, these are the sort of things that you would be providing to your customers. Say, I've got server 2017 on server 26, SQL Server 2017 on server 2016. I've got enterprise Linux. I've got a scale set of VMs. A scale set is a cluster of VMs that are all imaged the same way, for the sake of load balancing and scalability and that kind of thing. IoT stuff, migration, let's see, network performance tools, networking tools, virtual networking, virtual wide area networking, security as a service. So there's a lot of fun stuff here. Some of this stuff is going to cost you. Some of it is free. Try free. Try free. OpenVPN, Barracuda, Citrix, Cisco Meraki, Kali, Nginx. This is all free. Let me try free trial. More Nginx Plus, Heimdall, database proxy, named for the Norse god of, well, I guess, sight, of, to the degree that the Marvel universe is an accurate portrayal of Norse mythology. He's the god of clairvoyance. Anyway, so, but actually, let's go back to home, because this is okay. So thanks. In my next video, I'm actually going to create a VM and connect to it. So that'll demonstrate labs 10.6 and 10.7. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right back.